Hello, my name's Richard, and I want to share some information with you that you might find helpful. It's about Calor gas heaters. Now, the first thing I will educate you on is that there are two sizes of a regulator. You have a 20mm regulator, hope you can see that on there. And you have a 21mm regulator. Hopefully you can see that on there. Right, so basically, if you've got a 20mm gas bottle and you're trying to put a 21 on, it won't fit, and vice versa. I learnt this the hard way when I got a bottle up from somewhere, tried to put it on my heater, it wouldn't fit. Then I realised it was the wrong size. So that's the first thing if you've got a problem with. Secondly, a good check if you're servicing your heater is make sure that the pipes are all intact, they're all connected nicely. And if you're really worried, you can smear some washing up liquid on the joints and see if you get any bubbles. And if you do, that means there's a gas leak. This heater I've tested and fixed, like many others, and this one's working absolutely fine now. The problem with this heater was that at the bottom of the radiance, which is something nobody tells you, at the bottom of the radiance, right there, right at the bottom there, yeah, all that had chipped away with age, and basically the gas was getting through where it shouldn't, and it was making a horrible noise, and it was quite dangerous. So the way I fixed this heater was I went online and I purchased some, I'll just show you what I purchased. I purchased some basically some fire cement, which solved the problem. Because it's heat resistant, blah de blah de blah de blah. Right, so here's the fire cement that I purchased, just so that you know. And that's available on most online retailers, Amazon, etc. And how I did it was, and that's what it looks like. I got a thin kitchen knife and my finger, and I smeared it all the way. Hopefully you can see what I'm trying to show you. I smeared it all the way down the bottom there, all the way down the bottom there, making sure that the gaps at the bottom were the same to let the gas through, i.e. like that. So you're best to run your knife across and across again. You may get a little bit of fire cement go onto the radiant, but that isn't going to cause any problems as long as there's not too much. And this fire works absolutely fine. I'll show you in a minute. So basically, the other problem people have, especially in the cold weather, the really cold weather, in here, just inside there underneath, what you will find, hang on, try and get some, what you'll find underneath here is a valve, which basically is heat actuated. So that's for safety, so that if the pilot light goes out, then the thermo heat coupler turns the gas supply off. Well, what the problem is quite often with older ones, or when they're not been used for a long time, they're very, very cold. So what happens is they stay shut and they don't want to reactivate, which means the pilot light doesn't work properly, which means the heater won't stay on. So a way around that I've found is if you get a blowtorch. This sounds a bit extreme, but you can get a blowtorch, and what you do with the blowtorch is you put it against the thermocoupler, which is just there. Make sure it's just about there, not touching the plastic Bakelite, just there, just over there. Put the blowtorch on for a few minutes. When you start lighting it, what happens, that heats it up quicker, it frees the thermocoupler, lets the flame come up, and then the heater tends to work. Now I'm going to put the regulator on just to show you that this fire works perfectly now, after it was making a most awful noise and wasn't working, and nobody seemed to know what the problem was. So you put the regulator on. If you don't know how to put one on, you push it on, wait for the clip, make sure it's on properly, and then turn on the gas supply once it's properly clipped on. Right. So now that's the supply on. Now all you need to do is, with this heater, is push the ignition down. As you see, that's lit first time. That radiant's good. They're all good because I've tested them all. Hold that for about 30 seconds. As you'll see, the thermocoupler's working perfectly, it's lighting perfectly. Should be able to let go of that yet. And as you'll also see, those two radiants that I've fixed, also working perfectly. Heater's doing what it should do, perfectly safe, and very warm actually, because I can feel the heat from here. And like I say, a lot of videos I've looked at online, they're very technical, they don't explain in English, and I just thought that it's good to educate people. See, that's letting off lovely heat now, and that heater, believe it or not, was supposedly scrap, so I've managed to fix the heater and probably save a good few pounds by doing that. I hope this video has been useful to you, and I hope to make more about DIY and stuff around the house. And thanks for watching, and put a thumbs up and like and subscribe, you know the score on YouTube, and you'll probably see a lot more of my videos. Thank you.